So let's have a quick conversation about DDoS and Netography. So DDoSs are still with us today, and they're still a problem for many organizations, despite the fact that there are cloud-based providers for DDoS mitigation. So I'd like to talk a little bit about Netography's capabilities and solution around being able to detect and give insight into DDoS attacks, as well as dealing with marshaling the defenses of organizations that are under DDoS attacks. So I'll start by telling you a story. So shortly after I got to the company in 2021, we received a call from a company that had been under a DDoS attack for a couple of weeks. And this company had an anti-DDoS service, so they were wondering how it's possible that they're being attacked in this way. And they were very typical of most companies these days. They had an atomized network, multi-cloud, hybrid cloud, plus on-prem infrastructure. So they were having a really hard time understanding what was under attack and how it was being attacked. They couldn't quite characterize their own environment or the parameters of the attack that they were receiving, but they were seeing their web presence significantly degraded by the attacker, and the attacker had sent a ransom demand basically to get it to stop. So they contacted us and they asked if we could help them out. And we said, sure thing, absolutely. Despite the fact that this was an ongoing emergent problem that they had, we told them we would get them fixed first, and then we would come up with a business relationship afterwards. So we set up an account for them and told them where to point their data sources to us. Netography is a born in the cloud, cloud-first, cloud-centric company that is capable of telling you what you've got, what it's doing, what's happening to it in real time by leveraging the data that's coming out of your environment, off of your infrastructure, as well as your cloud environment. So they pointed their data sources at us, and obviously it took them a little bit of time to round up the people with the passwords to the switches and routers and the cloud infrastructure that they wanted to pull data off of. They pointed it to our cloud ingest, and then in about 50 minutes from the time the first flow arrived, we were able to tell them, well, this is what's going on here. You actually have a misconfiguration, and not all of your traffic is going through your DDoS mitigation partner that you have in this cloud. So if you change these settings, you'll be all set. So they changed those settings, and what do you know? In minutes, they were back on their feet. So it's pretty amazing, given the the part of the world that I come from, the appliance-based deep packet inspection world, to be able to field and get results from infrastructure this quickly, from first flow arriving to here's your problem and here's how to fix it in less than an hour, it was a really huge deal. So this customer was able to see the benefits of our approach, this super low friction approach to being able to characterize a DDoS attack, characterize the infrastructure that was under attack, and then come up with remediation so that they could get back on their feet and do so same day, essentially. So it's an incredibly powerful approach to DDoS. So one of the really interesting other applications of our approach to being able to deal with DDoS is being able to do this by instrumenting the traffic coming into and coming out of the anti-DDoS provider, and essentially being able to see before and after if scrubbing is happening. So this ability to characterize the traffic coming from a given provider, for example, to be able to see what's going on. So we already have a relationship with a big carrier that has a DDoS service offering where we can see pre and post scrub traffic. But even if you don't have an anti-DDoS service that enables something like that, we have the ability to show you the traffic that's being sent from the DDoS provider that is capable of essentially telling you what you've got and what it's doing, and whether or not their service is working as you expect. So this is what Netography is capable of bringing to the table. I encourage you to check it out. If you have DDoS problems, if you have an emergent DDoS, one that's happening right now, you can call us and we can help you today. So please don't be shy, give us a call, and we would be happy to help you.